Greetings, Patrick here, back for another Dollar Theater, the Voters Edition, and yeah, I haven't been back for a couple of weeks. Things been going on, but we're back. We're catching up. But I'm just curious. Is this something that you guys are liking to watch? As far as the voting goes, is this something that is entertaining to you guys? Just curious. I've reviewed some pretty good movies, but I just haven't seen very much feedback, or well, I have gotten some feedback, but I don't know. I guess enthusiasm for the project. I'm not sure if there's something else I could do. I'm going to try a new technique. I'm going to borrow from. I'm actually going to borrow this technique from Jason from Nightmares JM. He used to do this when he did his. He had a show where he did movies, and what he did was he kept the original 6, and then he would eliminate one, like the lowest one with the lowest, who got the lowest. You review one, eliminate one with the lowest points, and then bring in fresh to keep up with the other movies that made it. And I'm thinking maybe I might do that as well. That seems like a pretty interesting idea for me. Not that believe me, you've seen the closet. You know I can bring 4 fresh ones every day. But I thought I'd go ahead and try that. I think I might just go ahead and try that starting after our review today. I'm going to go ahead and put 4 fresh movies up, and then they're going to get reviewed one way or the other. They're going to either get reviewed or bumped off, one of the ways. But the movie we're going to be talking about today is from 2011. It is one of 3. Here it says 2, but it's actually 3 of the fake trailers that ran on Grindhouse way back in 2007. That was with Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino did Death Proof, and Rodriguez did the Planet movie, Death Planet, I guess, something like that. I should remember that, right? But I just Planet Terror, I think that's what it was. Planet Terror. I never saw Planet Terror. I saw Death Proof. I thought Death Proof. I'll begrudgingly give this to Tarantino, even though it's probably ripped off from somebody somewhere. That was an entertaining movie, and the last 15 minutes of it is absolutely bonkers. When you mention crazy car chases, actually, you never hear Death Proof ever mentioned, but you would have to consider it. It's pretty badass, actually. So this is the third movie that got a second movie out of 3. Machete being 1. Our movie, Hobo With A Shotgun, being 2. And, of course, Thanksgiving being 3. So what we're going to be talking about, Hobo With A Shotgun, came out 2011, and it starred Rutger Hauer as a hobo. It was written by John Davies, directed by John Eisner. It's his feature film debut. And it stars, not only did it star Rutger Hauer, it also starred Gregory Smith, Molly Dunsworth, really cute girl, Brian Downey, Nick Bateman. So I could get into the deep depth of this, plot and everything else, but what's the point? It's really what it is a live action cartoon with a slight edge to it. Rutger Hauer plays a hobo. He's coming into Hopetown, otherwise known as, in the director's words, Fucktown. That's what he called it. I think on the sign it says Scumtown, but he kept on calling it Fucktown throughout his commentary. So he comes in and he's got ideas to straighten out his life. He's gonna, on the train, he thinks, well, hell, the hobo's he's gonna get off the next town. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna raise some money. He's gonna buy a lawnmower, and he's gonna support himself by basically cutting lawns. It's a noble idea, but he happens to go inside one of the ugliest, grittiest towns this side of Sin City, and it doesn't work out as well because everywhere is just swamped with crime. The crime is run by an evil warlord named Drake. He has two evil sons, and he's not afraid to kill anybody. And we see that because he kills his own younger brother by decapitating him in the middle of the day. Anyway, the hobo comes in there, and he wants to go ahead and try to get some money. He starts begging for change, but he gets second ideas because he sees really how bad the town is, because another homeless man is get yanked up by a bunch of thugs, and they pretty much beat him. Anyway, the brothers and their brothers are Slick and Slick. I mean, you gotta admit, I mean, the names of the characters really worked well. Yeah, Nick, Slick, and Ivan, and the Drake, and Otis. You can't go wrong with that, right? You gotta love that idea. Well, he just sees that everything is just corrupt. He saves a hooker named Abby, who's played by Molly Dunsworth, and everything is basically, this movie is so over the top. Like I said, it's a cartoon. All the violence is just so over the top. But it was really interesting, and watching this movie, and later on, if you listen to the commentary, you do spot one thing, and this is really interesting if you watch a lot of these movies like I do. Well, everything around the hobo is over the top, violent, gratuitous violent. I mean, it's just the worst of the worst. But you notice that while everybody's playing their part crazy, except for Abby, I guess. Abby was down to earth. It's the hobo that's actually grounded straight. Rutger Hauer plays the hobo like if he's in a different movie. Like if this is the movie that was happening. Not, this, like, because you're watching all this violence going on and you're going like, and I think that's what really hurt the movie at its box office, is the fact that I think people were just like, it was so over the top, so, it's just like there's no reality here. No one really wanted to sink their teeth into it. And that's a shame, because I would definitely say that Rutger Hauer's performance is definitely worth watching. He easily is the very, very best part about Hobo with a Shotgun. Everything else could have been interchanged with. You could have got rid of the cast of 40, brought in another 40, and you wouldn't have known, and you wouldn't have cared. But what we do care about is the hobo, and and we definitely see the Rutger Hauer side come on, in the fact that while he gets humiliated, he's forced to eat glass on to get $10, and finally he reaches this breaking point. And when he goes inside of a pawn shop to buy the lawnmower, the pawn shop is held up, and they're gonna kill a family and the clerk. And he just snaps, and he grabs a shotgun, racks some shells into it, and goes to town. He becomes a one-man army, killing any thug out there, including the cameraman who made him eat glass. He returned that favor. He rescues Abby from corrupt cops. He has stopped one thug. In fact, he actually stopped one of the brothers of the Drake, or the sons of the Drake, and brought them to the police station, and then found out that the police are up to their neck with the Drake. So basically, it becomes just a one-man army trying to stop corruption and crime in this. Sort of like Death Wish, where Charles Bronson's character goes to New York and he cleans up the neighborhood there. This is almost like that. It is. It's exactly like that, except that instead of a cop riding upon behind Kersey, the hobo has a hooker, and that really is basically all there is to change in it. They both go to town on wiping out the scum. At the end of the movie, all the community comes out to fight against the corruption, just like in Death Wish. So I have mixed emotions about Hobo with a Shotgun. I really enjoyed Rutger Hauer, and listen to the commentary with him and director James Eisner. Wow, that was cool as hell. I gotta admit, that's one of the most interesting ones. Jason Eisner is the fact that Rutger Hauer, he was 65 when they approached him to do this movie. And he basically said that he told his manager and his booking agent that, listen, I just want to do fun things. I'm not here for the money. And he commented about how he has all these people, manager, booking agent, including his doctor, and they all were shielding him. He says, yeah, they all come out there and they all try to shield you. And I saw, I didn't see a lot of the projects that I could have because they never got to me. And so, he told his manager and his booking agent, like, don't do that anymore. I want to see everything that come across the desk. I'll be the one to decide. You can offer some opinion about it, but I'll be the one to decide. And he commented about how he is more into character acting. He says, the leading man parts had pretty much, I wasn't doing those very much. In fact, he said this is the first time he got a leading man role, and I think he said 11 or 12 years. He says something, I remember seeing him on different movies, but I never really, every time I see him, I always equate him with a leading man. I never really realized that really wasn't the case, and he was getting character actor roles as he's got older. But as you can see, even up to now, after he passed away at 75, you can still see his virility and his handsomeness. His regular, he was a good looking dude. I mean, you could definitely see why Rutger Hauer was a lot of people's favorite actor, and not just the ladies. I mean, if you're being honest with yourself, you could definitely see why he was a leading man. He had a lot of charisma. Yeah. The first movie I ever saw Rutger Hauer in was Soldier of Orange, which was still one of the very best war movies ever made, regardless of country. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I mean, it was fun for what it was. Don't take it seriously. Just have fun with it. I got this at Dollar Tree. This movie was lived at Dollar Tree. I swear, every Dollar Tree I went into had a copy of Hobo with a Shotgun. It came out on Magnolia Magnet. Magnet is their adventure martial arts arm. Sort of like how IFC Midnight is IFC's horror arm. This movie was made for $3 million. It didn't even make $1 million back. But thanks to Dollar Tree and stores like that, everybody was able to get a copy of this for damn dirt cheap. And guess what? They discovered that they really liked it. So now this is a bona fide cult classic right here. And this edition right here, this 2-disc edition, packed with special features. Packed. 2 discs. Get the movie on one, and you just got loads of extras on the other. I think that Magnolia did Jason Eisner very well in terms of distributing his movie and making sure it reached its market. So, all right, that is it for this review. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the sub button and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Hobo with a Shotgun. And yeah, and we'll put up 4 brand new movies as well for your guys' voting pleasure. Talk to you soon. Peace.